Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TNN, Raw and Uncut, where you get nothing but news delivered to you with no filter and no script by none other than Tommy Sotomayor.
Triggered black Americans and guilted social justice white warriors all over the United States outraged about a video that came out from a supposed Old Dominion white student, and Old Dominion is in Norfolk, Virginia. A white student, female, who seemed to be rapping a song about white power. Hello, everyone. I'm Tommy Sotomayor, and this is TNN News Raw. I want to talk to you about this story, let you guys see this story and the subsequent video that has everyone outraged right now, to get your opinion later, but to hear my opinion right after. So let's just jump into it. Roll it.
Brett, that is right. University police are investigating, and staff say they are taking this very seriously. Meanwhile, the student-run NAACP is holding a safe space tonight to have a conversation about all of this. Now, News 3 will be airing a short, edited version of this video due to the vulgar and offensive language.
All you want to do is collect welfare.
You can't see her face, but you see an Old Dominion University sweatshirt dancing to a vulgar song, showing hateful, racist slurs.
Hang it.
At one point, she's waving a gun, and with a cigarette, burns out a piece of paper with the writing, "Black Lives Matter."
I had very few words when I first looked at the video. Nearly brought me to tears.
30 seconds and I had to turn it off because I was angry.
Immediately when I heard the first part of it, my heart started pounding.
ODU students like Kai Ali saw the YouTube video circulating on the internet first thing this morning, not even 24 hours after the Black Art Matters event, showcasing different forms of art for Black History Month. University police are now investigating the video.
Anger, immediately anger.
And it was a great unifying event, and to go home after that and receive a video with something like that was kind of hurtful.
It's why Monte Taylor, president of the ODU NAACP, put out the word about a safe space tonight. They want students to have an open, honest conversation and show that they won't tolerate the hate.
I felt bad. You should never have that much hate in your heart ever.
Doesn't matter what race, religion, what color you are, we love each other.
That message clear as students of all backgrounds gathered on campus today to create a hype video about ice cream and cake. Student Emily Lawson wore her Black Lives Matter t-shirt.
I don't even want to say this was an act of white people. I want to say it was an act of racism and stupidity.
Now, ODU staff did release a lengthy statement about the video, saying that it was an outrageous act of hate and intolerance, and they are sickened by the vile video. They have opened their counseling center to anyone who needs support, and of course, they're asking anybody with information about this video to contact campus police. Live in Norfolk, I'm Kelly Rule, News 3.
Nigger bitches. All you want to do is collect welfare and get on Section 8 and have babies and just sit around and just fucking niggers. Hang a nigger, 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 white power. 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 White power, white power. White power, white power. White power, white power. White power, white power. Shout out to the KKK, the Confederate flag. I salute. Y'all niggas can still put your hands up and still gonna shoot. Nigger, tomato. Fuck Obama. Shout out to Donald. Hurry up, you ugly monkeys. Don't miss the boat. KKK, you know white power is the authority. Fuck minorities. Back to the plantations picking cotton. You fucking niggers. Fuck Malcolm X, and I'm glad that he's dead. And Martin Luther King, glad he got shot in the head. Y'all always trying to blame us. Just get your fucking lazy asses up and get a fucking job. Hang a nigger, white power. 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 White power, white power. White power, white power. White power, white power. White power, white power. I hope Trump put y'all niggas on a boat. Before we purge and hang you niggers and put your necks back in the ropes. No more selling food stamps so y'all nigger bitches back to being broke. Fuck Black Lives Matter. I wish y'all monkeys would stop bitching. We don't need y'all niggers no more. We know how to fry our own chicken. We get pulled over, we won't even get a ticket. But if y'all niggas get pulled over, y'all getting shot, nigger. I just wanna hang y'all niggas right after I Rodney King y'all niggas. There'll be no more eating watermelon in the White House. Hang a nigga, 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 white power. Hang a nigga, 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 white power. Hang a nigga, 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 white power. Hang a nigga,
Is
nigga.
learned in the most unexpected ways.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a nigger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
All right, guys, let's get into it. As you can see that there was a vile song, and you can't believe that one human being would say that about another human being. How dare they have a rap song talking about killing another human being, especially based upon color? Well, if you thought that was crazy, what about all the rap songs that were talking about human beings based upon color of clothing? What about all the rap songs that were killing each other based upon what neighborhood you grew up in or what coast you live on? Now, the media has propagated all types of music like this, and no one has batted an eyelash. It's continued to go on. As a matter of fact, you can hear anything called drill music from the city of, Chicago? Yes, in Chicago, you can hear all this drill music, and in the process of hearing this drill music, guess what will happen? Nothing. People will be able to hear this music and enjoy this music and think that it's the most awesomest thing in the world. And in thinking that it's the most awesomest thing in the world, guess what? People will die. How about this? There's a song by Ice Cube called Horny Little Devil. Horny Little Devil was talking about white people and Black Korea, talking about Koreans. We've had several songs where black folks have talked about white people and nothing's happened. Do I find this song offensive? Yep. Why is it offensive? Because I don't think she did that good of a job. Is it offensive what she's saying? Well, that's what you get with freedom of speech. She should be allowed to say this. Did she harm anyone? Because it's a large investigation and they're looking to find this woman and possibly arrest this woman for a rap video, which is less vulgar than many of the rap songs that are being played on your radio today. But you know the biggest reason why it's offensive to me? It's offensive because you had 4 black children beating up a disabled white boy, saying fuck white people and fuck Donald Trump. Somebody was actually injured, harmed, but we're looking at this of no one was injured and harmed. Finally, do you know how many cases of these so-called outrageous events that were going on? Do you know how many of these cases have gone on out there? And guess what was going on in these cases? Yep. Each time it was some damn leftist, some liberal who's trying to kick off a race war or trying to make you hate Donald Trump was behind it. That's right. Remember the black girl who said that somebody tied her up and wrote nigger all over her and set her on fire? Come to find out she did that herself. Remember the other black girl who said that somebody put a piece of shit swastika and wrote they hate niggers on her stuff? Remember what happened? That too was self-inflicted. What about the so-called Muslim woman who had a Donald Trump hater do something to her? Yep. Come to find out, she did it to herself. I listened to this video and I watched the video, and I don't think that this person is nowhere near a Donald Trump supporter. Hell, if nothing else, it's ironic that a person who hates niggers would use nigger music to say it. Maybe they thought that's the only way you could communicate with the nigger. Not sure. But I'm not too keen on trying to jump up and be offended. And neither should the whole campus. You get all these white people saying, I'm so offended by this. My God. Really? Seriously? I mean, you guys act like you've never been around other people before to continue to believe that this fucking language is that offensive. Are there white people who hate black people? Sure are. Are there white people who hate black people because of their skin color? Sure are. You listen to the message of what she's saying in this thing. And then if you guys want to see the rest of that video after the little nursery rhyme that was given, I'll put the link in the description box. It's actually pretty good. But it doesn't affect me and it doesn't offend me because that person doesn't keep me from anything. And people have the right to feel what they feel. I don't like fat chicks. You shouldn't have to make me to like fat chicks. It is what it is. If you don't like black people, then don't hang around them. Don't live in the neighborhood with them. And if some move in your neighborhood, move out. Don't mess around. Just move out. Don't let them bring you down. But I don't think that at any point in time do I want to take away somebody's freedom of speech. Because if the person was really that gangster and they really meant what they were saying, you know what they would have done? Took the mask off. I'm not afraid of anybody who goes around wearing a mask all the time. Some jackass student. And as I said, probably a liberal. They go to Old Dominion. Of course it's a liberal. So, you have a liberal who wanted to either kick off something or just wanted to start some shit and found it very funny. Because we know those little liberal jackass kids do this all day. And I'm supposed to be offended? Well, sir and ma'am, I'm not. Now, maybe it's because I'm all those names they want to call me. You can't rile me up like that over something stupid. And maybe those black students should realize that too. Stop being the pet of the liberals. Stop being the attaboy of the liberals. Stop being the we're glad you can speak a little bit of English of the liberals. Fuck them white kids that's out there with you talking about, so it hurt me just as bad. Fuck you. No, it didn't. And it shouldn't have hurt you either. If blacks are going to say what we've been saying, we shouldn't even be surprised that they're acting like this. So the fact that we are scares me about our train of thought. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Tell me what your thought is. Is it offensive to you? Do you think this girl needs to be arrested? Are you a fan of free speech, even when it's speech that you don't like or that may be against you? I'm out. Oh, and P.S. Did you take a look at this young woman's kitchen? Her living quarters? She talked about black people being on welfare. You don't get that kind of kitchen not being on some type of assistance. You don't get that kind of dialect not hanging around some Negroes. Now this, again, in my opinion, is some liberal child, one of those social justice warriors who are out in the streets marching against Trump. Instead of having people try to come together, which you would think that people would do, which you believe that liberals would do, the liberals are trying to throw the United States into the 9th level of hell. They're trying to make sure that a race riot breaks out. The same people that claim they love you, black folks. And you have to remember, black people, if a race riot or race war breaks out, you will lose. You do not match up with them weapon-wise, numbers-wise, discipline-wise, nothing. So why is it that your liberal friends are pushing for this war?
Die, nigga. We're going and die, nigga. You've been dying for